Alright, so on this one, we're going to go ahead and solve for y. Z equals x minus y over x plus y. And as you can tell, the hard part about this problem is the fraction. So what do you do with fractions? What I always like to tell students is, if you see a fraction in the way and you're stuck on how to start it, get rid of the fraction. So what we're going to do is, we're going to multiply both sides of the equal sign here by whatever that fraction, or the denominator is. We'll get rid of the denominator. That's what I was trying to say earlier. Alright, so I'm going to multiply both sides by an x plus y. And what that does is it gets rid of our fractions, so now we're left with c times the quantity of x plus y equals x minus y. And I usually ask people, well, what do you think needs to happen next? And usually they're pretty good about spotting this, and it's distribute the z through. So we'll do that. Zx plus zy equals x minus y. And people still get hung up on this. They're like, well, I don't know what to do next. Well, remember, we're solving for y, right? So let's get every single term that has a y in it on one side of the equal sign. I think the easiest thing to do here will be to add a y to both sides. So I'm going to have everything with a y on it on the left-hand side. And everything that does not have a y in it, I will subtract over to the other side. And I don't like that zx. In a second, I'm going to switch that so it's xz. So this xz drops out. So I'm going to have zy, which, well, I guess it's okay for now. That's zy plus y, right? This way right here, zy plus y on the left. On the right-hand side, these y's drop, so I'm going to have x minus, and I'm going to switch these around. People like that in alphabetical order. In fact, this is driving me nuts. Let me change this so it's yz. Alright, so I've got yz plus y equals x minus xz. Again, we're solving for y. So let's factor out my y on the left-hand side. It gives me a z plus 1 in parentheses here equals x minus xz. Running out of real estate here. Let's divide both sides by z plus 1. And that will give me my y by itself. So y equals x minus xz over z plus 1. And that's what I was after. So let's review what we did here. First thing, clear out your fraction by multiplying both sides by whatever your LCD is. In this case, it's just that x plus y. Alright, so you got rid of the fraction. Then distribute. Then collect every term that has the variable that you want in it on one side of the equal sign. And every term that does not have the variable that you want in it, put that on the other side of the equal sign, okay? And then factor out the variable that you desire, and then divide by whatever's left. Notice the division was the very last thing that I did in this problem. That's actually a common reoccurrence. A lot of times when you solve problems, you want to save that division step for last if you can, because let's face it, the minute you divide, you end up with a fraction, right? And fractions aren't the greatest thing to work with, so save the division for last. That's kind of the moral of the story for this problem.